you are sent, it therefore means there must be a message. Your level of representative of someone is hinged on your accuracy of the message given to you by the person. If I ask you now, Pastor Victor, go represent me to preach somewhere, or go and make a speech, and I give this speech or giving direction in the direction of speech or the part of what I would like to talk about, and he goes there to say something else, he did not fully represent me. Because when the media will report it, they will report that Reverend Enna said. So if truly that we are sent, if truly you are the sent one, that means there is a message given to you to be preached. So if people don't preach what the gospel is about, it means that they went but not sent. If what you preach is not the gospel, you went, but you were not sent. If you were sent, that means there's a specific message. So if what you preach is the gospel, and what I preach is the gospel, then we must sound the same. The expression could be different, but the content must be same. So the gospel has its own inherent power. It works by itself. So when I pray in view of the power provided from the gospel. So the word salvation is actually coined from the word soteria, which means salvation, safety, preservation, healing, soundness, wholeness, deliverance from sin. And the word there is actually showed us all God's operation of salvation processes. So when I saw Titus chapter 2 verse 11, he said, for the grace of God that bringeth salvation. So what brings this salvation is not you. You are not the one that works for it. Everything salvation soteria represents only came by grace. The grace of God is the kindness and the love of God. When you teach people the gospel and they come to Jesus, it's the gospel itself that helps them deny godliness. It's not by preaching of sin. Necessity is laid on us. We must preach this gospel. I know my sins are forgiven. It's not enough. It's not enough that you know. You must also willing to tell somebody. If they don't tell you before, you will not save. And the bad thing does not end with you. It's always the will of God that you preach to somebody. Tell somebody. It's not difficult. There are churches everywhere. But only if you are preaching the gospel. The gospel must be the gospel. If we are sounding differently, then somebody is wrong. Over time, when you give somebody instructions, as generation come and go, there is this tendency of deviation from the original word. Let me give an example now. I tell you something, right? Tell her. Don't pass the message now. Tell her. Tell her. Tell her. Tell her. Tell her. Now, what did he say? And give this man the mic. What did I tell you? What did the last man hear? So somebody missed it somewhere. So as time progresses, somebody gave the wrong message and spread it. The gospel that was committed to our fathers was the gospel of the grace of God. The gospel that Paul preaches was the gospel of the grace of God. So at what point did we miss it? So a generation missed it and passed it on like that. Just in the late 80s, early 90s, backyard here, if you go to church, now, so I share the old record, it cross, all our songs are cross, Christ, death, resurrection. At what point did we come to confuse them, let them go fire, pursue them, and again, but them? At what point? The man on the street, Jesus died for him. We are not called for rich people. Paul said, I am called to preach to the wise and the wise. I love the Saturday Convention. I am both to preach it, both to the poor and the rich, both to the land and the unlearned. Hey, your sin will find you out. Not worry. You don't threaten people by hair. It will only make them be afraid for a few times, but they will still continue. Because sin is first of all nature, not nurture. The gospel is what deals with the nature. Number two, it is not a message of condemnation, but message of liberation. The gospel liberates, does not condemn. Then number three, it is not do for him, for it to do for you. Sister in blue, stand up. Do you dream and see water? How can somebody believe in death state and not see water in dream? When they fall every day, will they see water every day? So do you see water at times? He said, at times I said it. They say, hey, now mama, I hear 50,000. So you can see me. I'm wearing, I don't need money. You don't money, it's not my problem. Say, yeah, papa, money is for your good. What did they say? 1979, 179,000 naira. 100, not 70-10, not 70-10. So you bring that money so that we go do work for you. Once now for to to do work for you, run no. Because when Jesus died, the last time I remember, he worked for you already. The work enter your past and into your future. So if not then ancestral power, Jesus deal with them. If not the one will never happen, Jesus dealt with it. So faith in Christ is enough. So the gospel is not do and make me do. That's why you must read Bible and understand Bible by yourself.